Jax always believed that there was a way out that his father could never have, and never was willing to take. Tara was his key to doing that, was a way of leaving the club forever. But that all changed when Tara was brutally murdered. This is a moment that changed everything, and here's why. Before we get into how Tara was brutally murdered and why she was brutally murdered, we need to set the scene for you guys. As Tara was innocent, Tara was nothing alike Jax whatsoever. Jax had a criminal past and was in the club. But Tara just liked the person that he was in the inside. And at that time, he hadn't killed anyone brutally apart from her old boyfriend, and felt that he was right for her. They felt like a good mix, and in all fairness, they liked each other on different levels. And they eventually had a kid together, and it just felt like the perfect match between them. However, all that would start to deteriorate once Jax became the head of the club. The club then became his lifestyle. He was bringing that lifestyle home with him. He was then becoming a problem because Tara looked at the world where, hang on a minute, your father died in the same vein, and we don't want our kids growing up in that same vein. We need to move out. And they was willing on moving away from the club then and there. But there was one person that got in the way of their relationship becoming something more. And that was Gemma. Gemma, Jax's mother, always overprotective and always felt like the barrier in between Tara and Jax moving away and leaving the club. As she was totally against that. She'd watched his father go and stay in the club for a long time. She was very loyal and even sacrificed his father for Clay so he could take the throne. But by doing that, that led to a dark path where there was a lot of untrust between Jax and his mother, because obviously Jax found out what he'd done to his father. And not only that, I think there was starting to be some waves in the club where the chaos was ruling. And Jax wanted to get out of there before trouble spilled into their family. So they planned to move away. Tara was getting the kids and getting out of the way. However, not everything went to plan. As just before Jax got there, Gemma came into play and brutally murdered Tara because she honestly thought Tara was about to betray the club and about to betray Jax. However, that was not the case. They'd pre-planned this, and Tara was brutally murdered in a disgusting fashion. The aftermath of this? Well, this led Jax down a dark path because he was minutes away from Tara, and when he got there, it was a bloodbath. She was dead, and he only could grieve and had to stick around in the club then and there, and became more brutal and killed a lot of people, including his own mother. After he found out what she did to Tara, he could never forgive her for that. He had to take her out because, in all fairness, that was brutal, and they were having a life together. They were finally willing to leave the club and escape this sort of lifestyle. This led Jax down a dangerous pathway, taking bigger risks, killing more people, becoming colder, becoming darker, and not being able to become the person that he used to be. This changed him. This absolutely sent him off the rails, to the point where this led to his departure from the club eventually by the hands of himself. He basically killed himself so the club didn't have to kill him, because that was the choice. Because by the end of it, all those killings had caught up to him as he'd become more ruthless and more colder. And this decision, that one moment where he was planning to move away that didn't happen, that changed everything in the timeline. Because soon as Tara was killed, he went off the rails and decided to take the club into chaos. And that chaos led him to kill himself to protect his family and to be able to get away from the club once and for all. If you enjoy breaking down the exact moments where franchises, series change for either the better, for the worse, then don't forget to subscribe, as this is Everything Changed, and you want to be alerted to our next episode. Tara wasn't just Jax's wife. She was the figurehead of Jax being able to move away from this lifestyle. And when she was brutally murdered, that changed everything, as Jax truly went off the rails and one that he could never get back from. And that led to his death. That one moment of Tara's death changed everything, as Jax was never the same again.